Okay, in today's session, we will continue the discussion on microstrip lines. Okay, we have already seen how the microstrip lines look like. The difference in the strip line and the microstrip line in construction wise. We have seen what all the components are there in a microstrip line. Okay, it is mounted on a substrate which is having some low loss dielectric epsilon r, and it is a strip made of a conductor. Okay, that is copper. We have even seen some of the losses that are present in the microstrip line. Some three losses we have listed. Why I'm showing you these slides losses is because what I'm discussing today is the quality factor capital Q of a microstrip line. I have to take the reference of these equations that we have seen in the losses. So I'm showing you these slides. Okay, basically we have seen here the dielectric loss alpha D, ohmic losses alpha C, and one more is additionally a radiation loss. So alpha D and alpha C equations, what we have seen in the previous session, they are important for us. We will take the reference of them and then we will go on checking the expression for quality factor. So just try to recall what all. I'll encircle here. Coming to the dielectric losses, yes, this was the equation for alpha D. Okay, we are going to use this in our next concept. So this equation is important. Coming to the ohmic losses, that is due to the conductor. We had RR equation. We have even Z naught characteristic impedance that was also dealt in one of the previous sessions. And where is the equation? Yeah, it's here. Alpha C is equal to 8.686 RS divided by Z naught W. So these three encircled equations, alpha C, RS, even Z naught we have actually, but slide is too far. So let me not go for it. It is alpha D. So these equations are important for us for the quality factor. So let us start today's session with the quality factor Q of a microstrip line. So coming to the quality factor term Q, it is not a very unknown term to you. You might have studied about this in RLC circuit. Quality factor, you have related this quality factor resonance with the bandwidth, right? So what is the quality factor actually in case of a resonator? Okay, it is actually kitna power or kitna energy dissipate hua hai, how much of amount of energy is lost. Just a second. Yes, okay. Quality factor is not a unknown term to you. So you have already studied about it. So it is the energy lost with the how much amount of energy you have sent. So it is that performance criteria. So it is a measure of the performance of a circuit. So here also quality factor Q of a microstrip line, it is also one of the important performance parameter of a line, how well your microstrip line is behaving. Okay, this is one of the important factor for analysis of the line. So we have already seen the structure of the microstrip line. This is your substrate, यहाँ पे ground रहेगा. This is your substrate. On the substrate, this conductor strip is mounted, right? So totally, and also we have come across different losses. One is due to this dielectric substrate value. Then one is due to the conductor, that is ohmic losses, right? So this is your alpha D. We have already seen about this. One is alpha C, okay, ohmic losses and dielectric losses. So the structure of the microstrip line, it has got a conductor and dielectric substrate. We have already seen about it. Then quality factor, it is the performance measuring parameter and it is a dimensional less quantity. Okay, that is important here. Okay, don't go for hunting for the unit for this quality factor. So it is a measurable performance, measurable quantity, which is a dimensionless quantity. Okay, this quality factor Q of a microstrip line, usually is very high, means performance of the microstrip line is good. It means quality factor acha hai, it means your line is very well performing. So, but the condition is, okay, one of the limiting factor for this quality factor is attenuations. That's what I said. What all we have discussed in the previous session about the losses alpha D and alpha C, they're important for us here to go for quality factor. क्योंकि आपका quality factor Q, it depends on the attenuations. जितना that is very much clear, right? Loss जितना होगा ट्रांसमिशन में, क्वालिटी उतना कम रहेगा. दे आर इनवर्सली रिलेटेड. जितना आपका लॉस कम रहेगा, परफॉर्मेंस उतना ही अच्छा रहेगा. इट इज लाइक दैट. सो योर क्वालिटी फैक्टर क्यू, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द attenuations, and those two types of attenuations we have seen majorly. One is the conducting attenuation, that is alpha C, ohmic losses, and dielectric attenuation, that is alpha D, that is dielectric losses. So these two losses, it is important, they are based on this. Q is dependent on these two. And how the relationship is, okay, actually I have started the getting the equation for quality factor. I have started with this, but actually I should start the derivation or the equation determination with this. Okay, so this should be your first step. We know that the quality factor Q is related to, I'm talking about two different losses here, okay, attenuations. One is alpha C and one is alpha D. So first I'm trying to get the relationship or the expression for quality factor when you are considering the ohmic losses. Okay, so quality factor Q is related to alpha C in this manner. Okay, this is the equation, how they are related, alpha and quality factor. In case of conduction losses, ohmic losses, they are inversely related. Okay, however, you can see we have already derived the expression for alpha C. So now let me go back to this. So I started actually the expression determination with this step, but I should start with this. Quality factor Q is related to alpha C by this. Okay, you can give this equation some number, okay, star equation. Then we know that in this equation, QC is equal to 27.3 divided by alpha C. Alpha C equation we have already derived. Okay, ohmic losses. This is the equation we have got. Alpha C is 8.686 RS, okay, radiation skin resistance, divided by Z naught into W. This is the equation, we know it already. And you can see alpha C, I can substitute it here directly. If I substitute the alpha C value, what I will get? QC is equal to 27.3 divided by alpha C, that is 8.686 RS divided by, so that will go to the numerator, it will become Z naught into W. Okay, I have substituted. But you can see in this RHS, further how many terms are there? There is a width, geometric term, there is RS and there is Z naught. So what I will do, I will take the reference of the previous equations. We know the characteristic impedance Z naught value for microstrip line already. We even know what is RS. So I will take both equations and I will substitute. So what is Z naught equation? Z naught characteristic impedance for a wide microstrip line. So actually we have taken two equations for Z naught when the range is between 0.1 to 0.8. There is one value. We have seen two different equations, but let me take Z naught for a wide microstrip line. So Z naught is equal to H by W root of mu by epsilon. If I take this mu as mu naught into mu r, epsilon as epsilon naught into epsilon r. For non-magnetic, I will take mu r is equal to 1. So substitute mu naught, epsilon naught, 4.10 raised to minus 7. Then this is 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12. So if you calculate, you will get across 3.377. Okay, you'll get this value divided by, I have not taken this because my medium is not sure. So I'm taking it root of epsilon r into H by W. So this is your Z naught equation. So I will take this equation and substitute here. Here I will substitute for Z naught. Okay, so what will be QC is equal to 27.3. You have this width value as it is, 8.686 RS as it is. Instead of Z naught, I'm substituting. Okay, and in this width term will get cancelled. You'll be left with QC into QC is equal to 27.3 divided by 8.686 RS 377 into H divided by epsilon R. So this epsilon R is one more term. What I will do, I will take the reference of a wavelength equation. So the wavelength of the microstrip line lambda for a guided wavelength lambda G is equal to, this is from the basics of waveguides. That is lambda G is equal to 30 divided by F into root of epsilon R. This is the guide wavelength, lambda G. So what I will do from this equation, get what is root of epsilon R. Why I am taking the wavelength concept is because we are mainly dependent on the frequency of operation also. Because your microstrip line, when you design it, there are many parameters which you need to take into account. One is the medium, then you have the width, thickness, height, those parameters, geometric parameters, then characteristic impedance, and one more is the frequency of operation. So that is also important. That's why I'm taking the reference of this equation. Lambda G is 30 by F into root epsilon R. From this, I will take what is root of epsilon R. It is equal to take lambda G to the denominator, take root epsilon R to the LHS. So if I take, I will get root of epsilon R some value. So what I will do, here what is root epsilon R, I will substitute 30 divided by, so that will go to the numerator, F into lambda G. Okay. So these are all the substitutions. What I did initially, let me just recall what all I did. I'm not going to give you all the repeated details. Just started with the quality factor and alpha C equation relationship. They are inversely related. Alpha C, we know the equation. We have substituted for alpha C. In alpha C, you have Z naught equation, so Z naught term. So I'll substitute for Z naught. Z naught is this. And in this term, you have epsilon R. So I will substitute for epsilon R. So, in turn, I'm substituting all the variable values so that finally, if I calculate these numbers, 27.3, 377, 8.686, it will come up to 39.5. So QC is equal to 39.5. What all things are remaining? F, lambda G, H and RS. So F, lambda G, H, RS. I have written. Again, further you can do this because whenever you go for alpha, that attenuation constants, attenuations, losses, you express them in terms of dB per centimeter. We have seen this in the previous session. Unit is dB per centimeter. If you want to express this in terms of dB per lambda G, per wavelength, you can take the division of the wavelength so that ये lambda G cancel हो जाएगा यहाँ पे जो numerator में है, because you are taking per lambda G. So what you will get 39.5 as it is, H by RS as it is. Only F will get, lambda G nahi rahega because that is divided by lambda G. Okay, this lambda G you can take it here. Okay, so QC will be equal to this much. And F, I have taken here a subscript of gigahertz because whenever we go for microwave frequencies, the frequency is in gigahertz. So that's why I'm using a GHZ. Okay. Now further, this is the equation for quality factor in case of if you take the attenuation constant, that is alpha C. But further you can see I have one more value RS, which is a known term to me. In the previous session, we have seen what is the equation for RS. So RS is root of pi F mu divided by sigma. Okay, skin depth, skin surface, skin resistance. I have shown you. I have told you already from the basics of plane wave propagation. So this is the equation for RS. Here further what I can do. Okay, this is not there. So what I will do, I will take this mu as mu naught into mu r. So in this, what I am doing, RS का मैं equation ले रही हूँ so that I can substitute the value of RS in your final equation. यहाँ पे जो आया है, otherwise this will be your equation QC. But however, I am substituting for RS. So RS is this mu r for non-magnetic. I am taking it as 1. For mu naught, it is I'm substituting 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. You have pi and f. So pi and f. As I'm taking the frequency in gigahertz, let me take the 10's power as 10 raised to 9. Okay, frequency measured in gigahertz divided by this conductivity as it is. So if you take, you'll get pi square here. Just a second. So if you take here, you have under root pi square. So root of pi square, if you take outside, it will become pi. And remaining terms, you have 4 and 10 raised to 9 minus 7 is 10 raised to 2. That is 100. 4 into 100, that is 400. Root of 400 will be 20. So 20 pi you get. And remaining what all terms are there? There is a Fg term. There is a sigma term. So I have written as it is. So I have got the equation for RS. RS, I will substitute it in the quality factor equation. So substitute that. Quality factor equation is 39.5. Okay. And you have H by RS. H by RS divided by RS. I will substitute the RS value. Okay. And you have one more frequency term here in the equation. H by RS. And you have a frequency term. So that frequency term, I will keep it as it is. If you substitute, I think you can have some calculation here. This is only f of the frequency. I can write it like this, root f into root f, which is nothing but f only. So if I do that, one frequency term will get cancelled. Here I have taken it here, root f into root f. One frequency term will get cancelled. This is your remaining term. So 0.63. How I got 0.63? 39.5 divided by 25. Get it? 0.63 h root of sigma, and you got one more root of f. So Fg, G indicates in gigahertz. So h is your substrate thickness in centimeter. Sigma is the conductivity, that is mho per meter. Frequency is in gigahertz. So this is the quality factor expression in case of if you take the account of ohmic losses, attenuation constant alpha c. Okay. Similarly, what I will do, I can go for quality factor equation for if you consider the dielectric attenuation alpha d. Okay. So similarly, the quality factor due to the dielectric attenuation constant QD it is similar. You can see 27.3 divided by alpha d. So earlier what we have taken 27.3, sorry, not here, 27.3 divided by alpha c. Okay, the relationship is almost same. They are inversely related with a factor of 27.3. So same equation, but instead of alpha c, I am taking alpha d this time. And alpha d also dielectric loss, we have got the equation, a bigger term we had got, try to remember. So alpha d, I will take the equation. You can see alpha d equation. In this, the unit is dB per centimeter. If I want to express this in terms of per wavelength, okay, lambda g, this lambda g will go. Okay. Then alpha d will be equal to 27.3 q epsilon r divided by epsilon re, simply tan theta. Okay, loss tangent tan theta. So this equation is for alpha d. What I will do, I will take the quality factor equation qd, I will substitute it. So qd is equal to 27.3. qd is 27.3 divided by alpha d. So 27.3 divided by alpha d equation I have substituted. Okay, this Re, effective dielectric constant, will come to the numerator. Now this constant term will go. You will be left with epsilon Re divided by Q epsilon R tan theta. Okay, and in the previous session we have seen what is Q. Okay, just a second, I'll show you why to. Yeah, I think here itself. Q, small q value. Q, it is the dielectric fitting factor epsilon Re minus 1 divided by epsilon R minus 1. So I am using that equation, substituting that. Before substitution, we know that the Q value is this, and I'm approximating it. I'm just taking this approximately equal to simply this term. Okay, it is epsilon Re divided by epsilon R. So if I substitute it, what I will get? Epsilon Re in the numerator as it is. You have Q in the denominator, substitute instead of Q, epsilon Re divided by epsilon R. That will go to the numerator. And then you have tan theta, epsilon R tan theta, epsilon R tan theta. So two terms will get cancelled. Only you will be left with tan theta. So QD is equal to 1 divided by tan theta. So what is tan theta? It is the loss tangent. Let me just recall. We had taken displacement current density and conduction current density. We had taken like this. So the overall current density J is the vectorial sum of these two, JC and JD. And if you take, this is your theta, this is the triangle, and if you take the ratio of opposite by adjacent, you will get tan theta. So tan theta is the loss tangent. And you can see QD in this expression, you don't find any frequency term. Try to compare it with the previous QC equation, quality factor due to the conduction losses, ohmic losses. You can see there is a frequency term, there is a conduction term. Okay, conductivity hai, frequency hai, and even some parameters, right? Geometry. So quality factor here, in case of ohmic losses, it depends on the frequency of operation. But if you compare it with the dielectric, there is no term of frequency here. So the dielectric, in case of dielectric losses, your quality factor is independent of the frequency. It is only dependent on the loss tangent, that is tan theta. Okay. Coming to one problem. This is a problem which I have taken from your previous question papers. So it is based on finding the different losses. It's a very big problem actually. Okay, because what all we have discussed till now, the losses, the about microstrip lines, characteristic impedance, then different losses, conduction loss, dielectric loss, radiation loss, quality factor, QD and QC. All those values you have to calculate here. So it is a bit bigger problem. You have to utilize all the equations that we have seen in the previous sessions and today's session. So let us start this problem. A microstrip line, it is composed of zero thickness copper conductor. So strip ka thickness बहुत ही negligible है. It is zero. On a substrate of thickness this 2.4. So substrate ka thickness, that is height. This is your substrate on which strip is mounted. So iska jo thickness hai, height, that is 2.4 mm, and tan delta is given here. So it is nothing but your loss tangent. Okay, directly they are given a tan delta 0.0005. Okay, and the dielectric constant epsilon R is 8.4. If the width of the line is 1 mm, W is given, frequency is 10 gigahertz. You need to calculate all these. Okay, let us start. First one, I want the given data to be listed. So I have listed all the data. Height is given. See, it is in mm. So what I will do, I will convert it into centimeters. Because हम जब भी losses calculate करते हैं, we take it dB per centimeter. So better to take all these measurements in centimeters. Okay, these are given data, frequency, and you can see radiation losses. Fourth one, you need to find the radiation losses if the power dissipated is 4 milliwatts. So that is also given to you. The PT is given to you. Okay. So first one, I need to go for characteristic impedance. Try to recall characteristic impedance के लिए दो equations हैं. उसमें से I have to choose any one. So I am choosing the second one because width is much greater than the height. You can see width value is how much? It is 0.1 centimeter. What is height? It is a 0.24 centimeter. So as the width is much greater than the height, I am choosing the second equation. Z naught is equal to 377 by root epsilon r h by w. All the data is given to you, h, w and epsilon r. Substitute all the values. You can just see what answer you get. You can verify. So I have got the Z naught value as 312.185. Please verify these answers. Okay, after the session, please verify the answers. And if you find any mistake, please let me know. You can correct me if I'm wrong anywhere. Coming to the second one, attenuation due to the dielectric loss means alpha d calculate karna hai. So alpha d equation already we know, it is 27.3 q epsilon r by q effective. Here I have taken the symbol epsilon EFF. In your theory sessions you have taken it like this, RE. Okay, tan delta, here you have taken in the theory sessions tan theta divided by lambda g. So this is the equation. Here, what all things are known to you? What all things are given to you? Tan delta is given to you. Frequency is 10 gigahertz given, but you have to find what is lambda g. And effective value is not given to you. Q is not given to you. So you need to calculate. See, you can see I have calculated epsilon effective. So go back and recall in the previous session. We have seen what is effective value, and I had given you a graph also. The variation between your epsilon r and epsilon effective value, it is not linear. Okay, it is somewhat, it is increasing, but not one-on-one relationship. The relation is like this. Okay, by the experimenters, this is the equation given, 0.475 epsilon r plus 0.67. So epsilon r value is given to you. Calculate what is this. Okay, the denominator ho gaya. And Q is also unknown to you. Q equation, you know it, epsilon effective value -1 divided by epsilon r -1. So यहाँ पर जो answer आता है, you take that. Okay, verify the answer. I have got 4.66. So if you calculate, you will get Q as 0.494. So Q calculate हो गया, effective value calculate हो गया, tan delta is given to you, epsilon r is given. So remaining is lambda g. So we know that for a guided wavelength, lambda g, it is related like this. Lambda g is equal to lambda naught divided by root of epsilon effective value, which is nothing but lambda is C by F, right? C equals to F lambda. From this, we can get what is lambda. Lambda is C by F. I have substituted. C, we know it, 3 into 10 raised to C here. I have taken, it is not 10 raised to 8 because I am in now centimeters. I have to convert every data into centimeters. So I have not taken 10 raised to 8 because 3 into 10 raised to 8 is in meters per second. Convert it into centimeters. Then frequency is 10 gigahertz and effective value I have calculated 4.66. Getting that? I will get it as 1.389. Okay, so lambda g I have calculated. So all the data is now ready with you in order to calculate attenuation due to dielectric alpha d. So substitute all the calculated values. 27.3, 0.94 is Q value, Q, then epsilon r, effective value of epsilon, tan delta and lambda g. Substitute all the values. I have got it like this. 8.75 into 10 raised to -3 decibel. I think it is per centimeter. Please verify the answers. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Coming to the next, second attenuation, alpha c. It is alpha c is equal to 8.686 divided by z naught into w. Z naught हमने first में calculate किया है. See, z naught we have calculated. The first question is to find this z naught. So it is 312.185. So Z naught width is given to you, pi f mu divided by sigma. Sigma is not given to you in the question. So for copper conductor, so conductivity is, okay, this is the value for copper. 5.8 into 10 raised to 7. So sometimes it will be given in the question or you need to assume it. So you should be knowing what is sigma for copper. Very common value. Okay, it's common conductor is copper only. 5.8 into 10 raised to 7 mho per meter. So taking that, alpha C is equal to, I've substituted it for Z naught and W. Here pi frequency and mu. Mu is mu naught into mu r. Mu naught is this 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 and mu r for non-magnetic it is equal to 1. I have taken, and a sigma value for copper. Substitute all the values. I have done it step by step. I have got it as 7.25 into 10 raised to minus 3 dB per meter. So please express the answers in dB per centimeter also. That would be better. So I have calculated 3. What all? The first one, Z naught, then alpha D, then alpha C. So try to see. First one is characteristic impedance Z naught I have calculated, alpha C and alpha D. What is next? Radiation losses if power dissipated is 4 microwatts. So you have to take the radiation losses equation into account. Let me just show you. I have not calculated. I'll just give you the brief how you can go for it. You can see. Okay. So one power is given to you. You need to calculate RR. RR equation you know already. For this F epsilon value, you have to calculate, the interlinking. So this is a bigger question. So fourth one is unknown to you. Please calculate this radiation loss. So radiation losses, you have to go back to the theory part. What all equations are listed? Okay, they are linked one inside the other. You have to go back and calculate each term, substitute, resubstitute, and you will get the answer. Then coming to the quality factor, QD and QC. We have got just now, we have got the equation. QD is very easy, 1 by tan theta, that is 1 by tan delta you can make. And coming to QC, that is 0.63 H into root of sigma into frequency. So QC and QD are easy. The bigger challenge is here to find the radiation losses, because वहाँ पे बहुत सारे terms आएंगे आपको. You can see. Sorry. Power dissipated is given. Radiation losses we need to calculate. So how will you go? How should be the flow? I'll just give you the hints. That's you can do it. Okay. So what we can do? Let us take this equation. In this, PT is given to you and Z naught we have calculated. We want P radiated. So for this, I want RR. Check the RR equation. Here height is known to you, lambda naught is known to you, that is C by F. This F of epsilon RE, radiation factor is unknown. Go back. Radiation factor you calculate. So you have to start with radiation factor calculation. अगर ये पता चल गया तो RR पता चल जाएगा. Once RR is known to you, P radiation you can get. Okay. So this is your consolidated equation. इसमें से आपको क्या पता करना है? F epsilon RE, that is a radiation factor you should calculate. Then you can find this P radiation easily. Okay. Hope you will do that problem. No doubt it is a bigger problem, but it's a question paper problem. So don't neglect it. Solve the problem. This is the data given. Please list the data. Try to find each and every term by yourself. Okay, cross verify with my answer. So in today's session we completed regarding the discussion on microstrip lines. That is over. So in the next session I will be starting with parallel strip line, how its construction, the field discussions, then Z naught, losses. We will see not in depth. A qualitative study is there. So let's see what are the different parameters related to parallel strip lines in the next session.